So, very welcome to everyone joining us here for this final. This is the Dad's Champions Cup. Yeah. So, very welcome to joining us for the Dad's Champions Cup. This is the bronze final, of course. And apologies to the technical issues we were facing earlier with respect to the stream and the commentary that was added to the board as well. So, just catching up to the match so far. Of course, Jbcn Rising Avengers, they won the toss and they've chosen to bat, and they're doing exactly that right now. While the Avm Aryans and now at the field first tried to save that, but that's gone for four at the field there. And yeah, the Avm Aryans, they're on the bowling end on the Rising Avengers. In the meanwhile, catching up to them, 28 for 1 the score now in the fifth over of the power play. Today, of course, a very special day. It's the Indian Premier League IPL final as well. And well, we're focused on the match here. Our own final happening here. Mahindra bowling his first over, and meanwhile, Swapnil and AG are at the crease. Good early wicket taken there by Avm Aryans, where they dismissed Manav, but since then, a little stable on the overall runs between Swapnil and AG. And the Rising Avengers currently 29 for 1. Now, 29 runs on the board, 2 balls to go in this over. And a good ball there. Well, and another good ball to end over. So, after 5 overs done in the power play, it's 29 for 1 for the Rising Avengers, and just 1 over to go now in the power play. 1 over to go, and just 29. Not the best start. Of course, this is at the Khalsa ground, a little, let's say, smaller on the wings, and well, the sides are usually extremely favorable for any kind of batsman who can hit around the pitch, I would say. So I don't think they'll be extremely pleased with the start. It's not a bad start. They've not lost a lot of wickets, but they're going at it very slowly. Wickets are more important in a case like this. So 30 on the board, almost 30 on the board. Uh, किसके लिए? हाँ 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 हाँ. तो शाम का कौन देखने वाला था फाइनल में? ऑन करते हो तो मैं बोलता हूँ विकेट गया है. ऑन में तो मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. So you're now in front of us. The second wicket has gone as well. The second wicket has gone, and an important dismissal here. Swapnil's wicket has fallen. So very important wicket taken by the Avm Aryans. So welcome back now. Karthik K is the new batter on strike, and the score is 29 for 2. And Anish here, he comes in the attack once again. The third over for him, and the final over of the power play here in front of us. A dot ball, a wicket, and a dot again. He's really bowled brilliantly so far. This is going to be his third over, only given 10 runs so far. He's got an important wickets, and they've lost two, both of them to Anish. Here he comes again, this time defending it. Karthik looking for a single, and that slight confusion there. A direct run out might have got him. Their man right there. So Alap, a little lucky. Was not a good call. Now, once again in the attack, here he comes. And look at that, just cuts it slightly, and that's going to roll for four. Can he reach there in time? It's going to be difficult, but it goes all the way for four, and that's a very good shot played by him. Good cut by Karthik, and that gets him his first boundary. 4 runs on the board for him. Now this time again towards the leg, and he's hit it in the gap. A fielder trying to reach there. He's going to cut it off right at the end, and good cut off. So stops it for two. Save 2 runs for the team with good fielding there. So ultimately, 3 overs come to an end for him. 16 runs given in 3 overs. Really, really good with the ball. And at the end of the power play, 6 overs done for the Rising Avengers. The score is 35 for 2. So now, seventh over starts here today. Now in the attack, here he comes, goes with the spin ball there, and it's hit down the line. The fielder's going to be favorite, and he is going to get there. So now Forum again in the attack. This time it's in the air, and in the gap there, the fielder not going to be able to stop it. Did he stop that? That might be a really, really good piece of fielding if he has. Well, there's a question there where he was. Just a checkup from the umpire. Four has been given. Try to stop that. So Forum in the attack again. Now this time on the full toss, he really large, and that's going to go all the way for a six. So very much needed for the Rising Avengers, that one. And Karthik busted out for big six, and you can look at the frustration from Forum's side. He's not happy with that, but he needs to change something with his bowling and his approach. Now trying to hit into the gap, and no real runs there. Good ball this time. It's a good return ball. Good couple of balls from Forum. They'll think about two, but it's only going to be one. So just the one run there. Final ball of the over for Forum. First over for him, a six and a four, but overall, good bowling once again. So tried to hit him for a full toss, maybe could have, but ultimately not much. So still an expensive over, good over for the Rising Avengers. 12 runs coming off it, and at the end of the 7 overs, it's 47 for 2. So now Mohit in the attack, 2 overs done, just 13 given. Now, oh, this time just gets past the fielder there between the gap, and that's going to get them four. So the 50 comes up. Once again now. Good running, really good running. Now, once again. So, a four of the first ball where you saw the gap in the field, and then a single and a few dot balls. So, good recovery over from Mohit once again, but that was to be expected. He's bowled really well in the first 2 overs as well, averaging about 7 runs an over. And once again, now, good fielding, just adding on to the pressure now, aren't they? He thought about the single, but then denied it. So, 52 for 2 after 8. Now we continue once again. This time the score is 62 for 2, close to the end of 9 overs. Forum coming back in the attack. 2 overs from him already. Now we complete. So 9 overs are done. This is a decent recovery from the Rising Avengers after losing those 2 wickets early, and really good batting by Karthik. AG holding on to the crease, just helping along in the partnership. And Karthik, 28 of 15. He is the important man as of now, and it's 62 for 2 after 9 overs. After being a little slow in the early 4, they've picked up steam in the middle overs, because if they can come close to a 75 in 10 overs, then they're closer to being around 200 at the end of 20, which is going to be a very good score, especially considering a final. 200 would be a really good score. The top end of the wicket here is close to a 250, which is, well, not an everyday score, of course. 220, 230 is a good score here, very good score, but sometimes the wicket's a little slow. Sometimes, the humidity, the conditions just are a little bit different. And of course, in important games like finals and semi-finals, the scores are usually lower because there's a lot more pressure and you're more mistake prone. So, considering those things, if they can come to about 200, they'll be in a very, very good positions. The JBC and Rising Avengers, and if they can be around 170, 80, 190, well, they're in a good position. Not great, but a good position. And right now, they're making strides towards that. Now again in the attack, Manindra, good ball by him. Really good ball. So once again, back to him, and he started well there. And well, that's a good delivery again. Just put Karthik under pressure. He goes for a single. He's coming for two. Are they going to be able to stop it at the boundary? And it runs all the way. So he gets another four now. A four by earlier, a single, and now another four. So 9 runs off the over already, which is again turning out to be a very good over for the Rising Avengers and for the Avm Aryans. They need to break up this partnership and get the runs under control, get the extras under control. So 10 runs so far in his 1.5 over spell, and 9 runs in this over, 4 of which will count as extras, of course. The question is, what are the Rising Avengers thinking? What is their approach going to be? Now, defense once again, so not super eager to blast through every ball, more so along the lines of picking and choosing their moments, which is smart strategy at this point. Really good, interesting ideas of approaching and setting up the score. And right now, 71 for 2. 2 balls to go before the end of the first phase of the first innings, of course. We'll have a lot more batting to come. So, 1 ball to go before we take the drinks break, which is going to be happening at the halfway point of each inning. So, 10 overs done in each innings, and we'll have the drinks break just after this ball now. Good ball in the gap. The fielder's there. So, he's going to limit that, sends it back, just single. So 11 runs of that over in the end, and the score is now reading to 73 for 2 after 10, and really good position now for the JBC and Rising Avengers. With this, we're going to take a few minutes of break. That's it. At the drinks break now, which is at the halfway point, and then we resume again for the next 10 overs. So now we begin once again. 10 overs done. And we're getting into the second phase of the first innings here. Mohit is going to start. This is going to be his fourth over and the final of his spell. With that, the ball goes up in the air. Can someone get underneath it? Yes, the fielder does. And AG's wicket is taken out the first ball of the 11th over. Well, they've broken the partnership at last. So for 40 run plus partnership, it's the third wicket. They do have wickets in hand, no doubt about it. And AG was just, trying to let loose a little bit because he played about 20 plus odd balls and scored just 8 runs. Just as he tries that this time, the ball catches the top edge and that's caught for a wicket. Good ball, good catch, and the third wicket falls in front of us. So now, once again, we come when the attack. And Mohit, he struck once, just setting himself up again. Now in the attack, here he comes. And good defense from Anas. That was close. That could have gone anywhere. Did it come off his pad or did it come off his bat? That's the thing we need to see. But still, they're going to get that one. They ran that one. And with that, he brings KK on strike. Karthik at 33 from 18. He's added good value to the team as of now. Close to 50% of the runs are by him. Good defense again. So shaping out to be a good over here for Mohit. A wicket of it, a single, and now the dot. It's getting progressively better and better every over. And this time tries to cut it into the gap there on the offside. It's going to go there with the fielder. Always going to be favorite and gets there. And now it's in the air, up out the fielder. It's going to roll for 4 runs. Well, that was a very good shot from Anas. Much needed to relieve some pressure in this over and above the head of the bowler there, and that runs away for 4 runs. So 5 balls done, 6 runs in the over so far, and Anas is on strike for another ball. Once again, slower ball this time, really well bowled, and that's gonna be that. So 6 runs from the over, and the score is 79 for 3 after 11 overs. And now, once again, we begin here, and with that, first ball, I think there was a chance of a run out there. Once again, he's hitting the gap this time. Two fielders running behind it. Can he stop it? And it's going to go for four. So that goes for four now. Really well hit there. Now, Manindra in the attack for the third over, of course. Karthik defending and choosing not to run for another single. They're up to 83 now. They've slowly and steadily been building up the score. Good ball once again. Really good ball. Now Karthik facing and just gets a little lucky there. And that's rolling, the fielder's favorite, and it just slows down in the outfield. They're going to run for two. So we just saw that lucky by first ball of the over. Brilliant ball by Prathamesh, and that took away Anas's wicket. Broke the partnership, and now Karthik is up to 40 and gets that bye as well. And that's in the end the gap. The fielder's not going to reach there. So 44 now up for Karthik, and he is on a one-man mission here today. Absolutely brilliant by him. So 44 on the board for Karthik, and you can hear from the dugout they want Karthik to be there for as long as he can now. And now that might pass away once again. Is he going to go for four? Another four. So third four in this over. So four, so a wicket, a single, and then four, four, four. 13 runs of this over. And despite the wicket, it's looking like a decent over now. Karthik is up to 48. And the Rising Avengers now all the way up to 98. They need the score to keep going up in the same way, but they're slowly and steadily getting there. I think they need at least another 80 runs in the next 7 overs. Let's say even if 10 per over, that gets them to 70, will get them to around 170, which might not be enough. Now, Akhil on strike, and well, not the best start from Siddharth. Starts with a wide, and welcomed wide there by the Jbcn Rising Avengers. Now, Siddharth once again in the attack, and this time just gets Akhil slightly questioned there, and with that, he's got that wicket. There is that wicket. Well, that's what he didn't want. An architect of his own misery there, and with that, Akhil has lost his wicket unfortunately. 99 for 5 now the score for the Rising Avengers, and Satvik is the new man on the crease with Karthik still there at 48 for 30, but they need more of him. They need him to be there right till the end if he can, and we'll see if that's possible because he's going to continuously feel more and more pressure. Satvik at the crease now. And Siddharth, really good ball there. And look at the spin once again. This time there's an appeal, but missing the leg stump. But you can see the way he's controlling the ball there. Brilliant spin from him. And just got that important wicket here and increasing the pressure once again. Siddharth, here he comes again towards the wide line and just outside of it. So once again, trying to cut it now into the gap there, but good fielding. Needs to get back in time. He does that. Now again, this time it's going to go wide, and there's a fielder behind. So he makes sure that it doesn't run away in that quick outfield, but still the third wide of the over now. On and one for five now, and they need a partnership. They need the two batsmen to stay there, especially Satvik there, provide some support to Karthik. Once again, just trying to cut it slightly. There's going to be another wide, four wides of the over now. He's got that wicket, but apart from that, four wides already, almost equal to a boundary. And this time, now cut across and over, and a brilliant shot. That's going to run for four. So, a very welcome boundary there, and Satvik gets 4 runs for the team. Once again, a good shot in the gap, and it's going to get him another four. So, back to back fours there. And now it's turning out to be a decent over because of these two fours and extras as well. And we still have a ball to go. 12 runs of this over. Very, very needed. And, well, one ball to go. They need 10 to 12 runs per over. That's what to set up the kind of score that they would be able to defend, maybe. And is that going to be a wide again? Yes, there it is. So another extra now. Satvik now at the crease. Final ball of the over. 13 runs of the over so far. Just defends it, and he's happy with that. It's all right. So with that, it's going to be 111 for 5 after 14 overs. Well, not the biggest score, but this is a platform for them to pick up the runs here if they can after this. So now it's 111 for 5, 14 overs done, 6 overs to go. And these 6 overs are going to be very crucial as to what kind of score the Rising Avengers can put up on the board. And they wanted to target 200 first. We spoke to the captain. 200 seems tough now, but still 170 maybe around the corner. Good running there. Karthik needs to be there for a long while, doesn't he? He knows he might feel some pressure, but he has to be playing right till the end. This time is a long, it's in the air, but will it take the distance? Just land short of the fielder there in no man's land. It's going to be a single. Needed a little bit more power on there. Once again, played well, really well. So, in the attack now, Pratmesh, third over for him. Two wickets, two really important wickets taken by him today. He'll be looking to get Karthik's wicket as well. And that's the man that has to stay there. It's going to be a single here. And the 50 comes up for Karthik as well. Appreciation from the entire dugout. You can see they're on their feet, applauding his effort. Because the one man here has contributed so much by just staying there. It's in the air now. Where's it going to go? And just in the hands of the fielder there. Well, so he's got that wicket. It's Satwik this time. It's not Karthik, but once again another wicket falls. 6 wickets down now. And another man has now lost his wicket trying to go for the big shot. 3 runs of the over now. And the third wicket for Prathamesh. So just to find a few adjustments here. So now Anish is back in the attack. Fourth over for him. End of the spell for him. 16 runs given so far. 2 wickets taken as well. So Harsh and Karthik at the crease now. 115 on the board. Last 5 overs. What kind of total can they set up? Now again trying to sign a gap. So, ready to go now. And in the attack again. Good running once again. So, Anish single, single, single so far. Now, Anish in the attack, bowling to Harsh. And once again, now really, really good ball there earlier. So, it's turning out to be another good over from Anish. Good shot in the gap now this time, and that is what they needed. They needed a shot like that, and that's going to get them 4 runs. So 7 runs of the over so far. Can they get another boundary? One more boundary. Last ball off the spell for Anish, and just a defender. So that's going to be a single. So that brings it to 122-6 after 16 overs. And Anish, the figures read 2 wickets and 24 runs given across 4 overs. So now once again, Manendra is going to be the final over of his spell as well. 19 runs, 18 runs, sorry, given in the first 3 overs. Economy of 6, no wickets so far. And each of them would want to bring a change to that by Karthik's wicket being the crucial one. So Karthik is responding in kind here. Also that 4. So now a dot ball. 2 balls to go. And good ball once again. Look at the spin on that one. Just caught KK out off guard a little. And you can see he's not being super eager to hit every ball because he knows he has a lot more overs to play. He doesn't want to lose his wicket now. 7 down now would stifle them to about 140. They need to get to 170. 5 runs of the over so far. Another good ball there. So that's going to be that. Well, no, a couple of misfielding. Is it going to go all the way for 4? Yes, it does. Well, couldn't grab that one. And that's gone for 4. So, a little lucky there. And that makes it 9 runs from this over. Well, just so lucky in the end run. The 130 comes up. It's 131 at the end of 17 overs. 18 balls left. Can they get about 30 more in those 18? That's the question. Now Tushar is going to be the new bowler in the attack now. Here he comes, and well, a good ball there. Harsh just a little caught off guard. So first over for Tushar. Harsh at the crease. Karthik up to 60. It's 131. Look at that this time, stepping and they get back in time. Well, the wicket, well, the stumping, he just took a little bit too long in the end. Good bowling from Tushar. He gets that wicket now. But Harsh, I think he had the time to get back. I think he just gave up a little in the end. So wicket at an important time, breaking the momentum of the rising Avengers once again. Now once again trying to find the gap there. Once again, just a single. And now that's a really good hit by Karthik, much needed by the batting team, and he has been a beacon of shining light for the team here today. And he has gone for those big runs continuously, 66 of 40 now. And if he can play till the end, there is some hope for them. Karthik and Kinjan now at the crease. Karthik 66 up for him. Really had a great day so far. And look at that this time, just as we say, this time Karthik's wicket is now gone as well. Tushar strikes twice in one over. He strikes brilliantly, gets the main man, and Karthik's over is now. Sorry, Karthik's innings has now come to an end. 7 runs of the over, 6 just before this, but Tushar strikes twice, the new bowler in the first over itself now, and it's 138 for 8. Almost at the end of 18 overs, 12 balls still to go, and I'm sure with Karthik, they would have reached around 170, 180 maybe even. And now, maybe another 20 runs would do them good. Now he's in the air, gets them that single. So that brings the over to an end. A really important over in the game here by Tushar. 2 wickets taken at a crucial time. 140 on the board, and just 12 balls to go. They need a lot more on this kind of pitch, don't they? Mirroring the IPL final that we're watching here today. Good ball once again. Really good ball here. This is going to be the final over of Mohit's spell. 3 overs so far, just given 18 runs, economy of 6, and now he's facing the tail enders. And really good bowling once again. And there it is. Well, he strikes it. He strikes and gets that wicket as well. Mudassir a little upset with himself, but it's 139 to 9 now, and they have balls in hand, but wickets. This is gonna be the last one. This is gonna be the last one. You can see the celebrations from the Avm Aryans. They're happy. And the Rising Avengers, well, they're not in the best position right now. And now, well, close moment once again. Brilliant over so far from Mohit. Two dot balls, a wicket and another dot. Fahim and Kinjan at the crease. They have 8 balls more in hand, but not a lot of wickets, and it's going to be difficult for them to pull off any major runs on the board. Just trying to swing at that. Fahim finds it a little difficult. Kinjan just calming him down from the non-strikers end. Now, once again, Mohit in the attack. This time towards the off, not letting him play. So 139 for 9. This is a wicket maiden by Mohit. What a crucial time to strike and get a wicket maiden. And Tushar's over just before this, where he got Harsh and KK's wicket. Both of those has completely changed the picture of this match. 139 for 9. 1 over to go, and Tushar given the responsibility once again. He struck twice in his previous over. And this time, well, he left off his stump there, Kinjan. Bravely didn't get the right connection, and it missed the stumps and the bails as well. So final over here in front of us. 5 balls to go. Can the Rising Avengers add any more runs to the total? Every run counts. In a final like this, that's good connection. Is that going to go all the way for 4? Well, it does. So really well hit by Kinjan there in the gap, and gets 4 crucial runs for his team. Goes up to 143 now. 4 more balls left. This time again, this time on the full toss. He's hit huge and hard, and it's gone for a 6. Wow. What a massive shot by Kinjan. Put all his effort into that, and he's just looking unfazed there. Hit it on the full toss. 6 and a 4, and then 2 balls in front of us here, and 3 more balls to go now. And if he can add some more runs like this, well, that's going to be a huge motivation for the Rising Avengers. 149. They need a little bit more. And this time again, good connection, but not the best that he wanted. And he's going to keep the strike. And that's a good decision. That's a brave decision. Two more balls to go. This time towards the wide, or just inside the line, and he's understood that it's difficult to strike those. I think first he was just trying to bowl on the length and line of the wickets, just trying to get the final wicket, and now he's just making it difficult for Kinjan because the tail enders are not always well versed with the footwork, are they? And this time again gets good contact on it, and another four. So 14 runs added in the end by Kinjan, and that could really be match deciding. 153 after 20 overs for the Jbcn Rising Avengers, and the Avm Aryans, they need to chase 154 in 20 overs. And just so you know, 154 was the total put up by Gujarat Titans in today's final as well. And RCB has to chase 155. So maybe we have two matches going on, two finals in front of us. And let's see what happens. Very welcome back here. The Avm Aryans are at the crease and the chase is on. 154 is the target they need, and Ricken, who added those crucial, very crucial 14 runs in the final over, has been given the responsibility of the first over. And with that, dot, and wicket, he takes an important wicket. And after that, wide, and now Ajinkya was at the crease, gets that four, and a near escape for him there. So they still play on. And with that, well, first over comes to an end. It's 6 for 1 after the first over. And well, Avm Aryans just need to tread carefully here because it's not the biggest total, but they need to make sure that they don't give away the wickets cheaply. And once again now, onto the other side. That's going to be a wide, well left. The man with the ball who's taken up the responsibility is nobody else than Karthik KK, who added 66 runs of 40 balls. The crucial innings that he played has created this platform for the rising Avengers. Otherwise, they were down and out after a certain few quick wickets. And he played almost till the end, till the 18th over actually. And he was dismissed by Tushar then, who got 2 wickets in that over. And now KK maybe wanted to create strike there, and he does exactly that. So KK, with a very good response here, takes a crucial wicket of Ajinkya, who looked very much in form, and he had the backing of his teammates. You could see the confidence they had in him. Right now, they've lost another wicket here. Ajinkya has been dismissed, and it's 7 for 2. So is this trouble? So 7 for 2. Karthik strikes as well, and the early pressure that they wanted to put on the Avm Aryans, they've done exactly that. So now, once again, and this time, well, they've struck again, haven't they? What are you going to say to that, Bhagyesh? You put him under pressure, KK, and straight at him, the ball comes right back him, and you can see the cheers. KK maybe looking a little tired after that innings. He's maybe just losing the stamina a little bit, but now the AB Marlians are under pressure. 3 wickets gone, 7 for 3 in the second over. right to start, a dot ball, and then a wicket and a wicket. He's on a hat trick, and look who walks out to face Karthik on that hat trick. Well, the one who's walking out is Tushar, who took his wicket. This is cinema. This is story writing. You could not expect this. And now, Karthik relishing this environment. He knows that he can get a hat trick, a good position for his team, and revenge all in one in this one ball. And now Karthik on the attack and good ball, but just defends it away, doesn't hit the shore. Played it nicely. 7 for 3 now, and they are feeling the pressure now. The Avm Aryans. They were in a really good position because 150, well, statistically, it's a very small score here because this ground easily hosts 200, 220, 250. You see how short the boundaries are. But the, the pitch today is really favoring the spin bowlers. And the good shot by Tushar, just narrowly missing there, and it goes away for 4. Once again, trying to find the gap, but the fielder there will receive it this time. So, 4 and 1, and with that, the over comes to an end. But still, what an over from Karthik. 6 runs given, okay, in the power play, 2 wickets, so it's 12 for 3 after 2 overs. Now, once again, Ricken in the attack and just tempting Tushar a little bit with that delivery. And just the slightest of touches will make it carry itself to the wicket keeper. And that would be a wicket that they want. Once again now. They come in the attack. Wide ball this time. The wicketkeeper making sure he stops that one. Could have easily run away for something even more. And once again now. The delivery. Reckon second over for him, and well, good over so far as well. One wicket in the over earlier, which was a dot, and then a wicket, and this time, well, Siddhan just extending his leg a little, and there was a potential run out there, I think. And now trying to find a gap there. So Reckon once again, two balls to go in this over, stepping to it, and now a swing and a miss, and he gets the bail there of Siddhant, and there is another wicket now. So Siddhant goes for a duck, and well, now four wickets down. The Avm Aryans, well, they're not in a good position now, are they? This is worrisome now. 140 still needed, 14 for 4. So now 14 for 4. Where do you go from here? That's the question. You've lost a lot of your openers. You've lost your top order. You're venturing into the middle order now. And it's 140 runs still needed. It was not the biggest target, but you've lost that early batsman who can give you that acceleration through the power play. You're in the power play. You're at the end cusp of the third over. Three more overs after this. And once again, if you don't maximize the power play, it just keeps getting tougher from there. It's really a very critical situation now, the next two overs for either side. So Reckon now again with the ball, one ball to go in this over. So really enthralling final here for those of you watching here, and some of you watching the IPL final, I'm sure. But those who are more invested in the Avm Aryans versus the Rising Avengers here, well, this is equally interesting. This is really critical time. You joined us at a very good time here at Jfsc Live. Now, we're at a moment where this could be the turning point. The next two overs after this, power play, we're in, and now Manendra gets a good connection off, and straight off the bat, that's down the offside, and that's going to get him a big six. Well, what a way to end the over for Manendra, and it's 20 for 4 after three overs. And now, well, we've got the main man back in the attack again. Karthik, brilliant with the bat. And now Getting into second over with the ball. First over, 6 runs, 2 wickets. He'll be hoping for some more of that magic, won't he? Meanwhile, the Avm Aryans, they need to survive this over and then maybe get some good runs from it as well. We're still in the power play, don't forget. Just 2 fielders outside the circle. Field restrictions comparatively low. And now, Karthik in the attack. Good ball there. There's an appeal, and well, there the finger goes up. So, Karthik strikes again. Well, Tushar is not happy with that, is he? He's not satisfied, but Karthik has struck once again. The umpires put the finger up. He thinks he's gone. And well, there's no point in arguing at this point, is it, Kar? And it's 20 for 5 for the Avm Aryans now. So, 2 wickets taken in the first over and 1 wicket off his first ball once again. Karthik, what a brilliant performance it's been for him today. He's really brought the magic in. At 150, we thought that, oh, this is going to be a low score. They added those 20, 30 good odd runs in the final few overs. We thought, okay, this might not be the best score, but 150, they might be able to defend it off. And now half the team is gone for 20. And at this point, well, the Rising Avengers are cruising. The middle order is almost gone. And now Mayur and Manindra have a huge task ahead at them to create something out of this. 134 still needed. About 17 overs still to go. There's a lot of balls left. A lot. And you lost 5 wickets already. So now, Mayur at the crease. And 20 for 5 is the score. 5 more balls in this over for Karthik. And he has 2 more overs after this. He has been a revelation both with the bat and the ball. And when the finals is still on, but right now we need some kind of partnership between these two, Mayur and Manindra. And a wide ball there. Adding those runs up for the Avm Aryans. They're going to be happy with that. And now once again there's another shout, but nothing for the umpire this time. He swung at it a little bit for a moment, just trying to check if they heard a sound there, and every wicket counts. They know that, and that's how they've attacked. They've been aggressive from the get-go, and they've gone for every wicket. They've gone for every moment. They've shown the hunger, and there is that is why rather that they've got those 5 wickets early on in just 3 overs. And now just defending that one a little high there. 21 for 5 here, and another a little bounce on the ball there, and well, 2 for the over. He's not happy with it. It's on the body there of Mayur, and he's a little bit unsatisfied with it, just talking to the umpire. But 21 for 5 in the fourth over. Power play still on, and they need to build a partnership here, Mayur and Manindra, because this is going to be the crucial wicket. Karthik in the attack once again and narrowly missing the stumps there. Almost played on to himself. Good fielding in the deep as well, and you can see the pressure that's been building on the players here. But as of now, I think wickets are far more important than the balls, than the boundaries. The required run rate shooting up to 8 and over, which is still not too difficult, but the wickets, 5 gone already. They need to protect those. KK in the attack again. Karthik, here he comes. Final ball of the second over for him. And a really good over. Just that one run of it from the wide. And other than that, a wicket and 6 dot balls. And with that, it's 21 for 5 after 4 overs. And now Ricken coming to the fore. Ricken taking 2 wickets already. 21 for 5 is the score. Money now on the crease. 10 runs for him already, and he has been good so far. And down the line, well, no single there. So a 4 there, which is important, and a dot ball once again. So 25 up. Once again, this time on the leg, and it's hit in the gap there. That's going to bring them 4 more. So, really, they need these runs, and they've gotten that. So, once again, 4, 4, and 1, and that brings the over to an end. So, it's 30 for 5 after 5 overs. 30 runs on the board, And this was an over which was a little better for them comparatively. So, 30 for 5 in 5 overs. Manindra and Mayur trying to form a partnership here. And can they try and build something with that? Now just striking into the gap there. That's going to bring them another 4. It's really well hit now. Really well hit there. Once again, good shot. So 4 runs of the first ball, then a few dot balls, of course. 34 for 5 now. We're in the sixth over. This is the final over of the power play, of course. Manindra 15 runs from 8 balls. Mayur 4 from 7. Avm Aryans need 120 now. The runs they need are not too far away. And now catches the call and just lands short there. Well, so 15 and 4 respectively. Karthik, of course, back in the attack. Third over for him. He's gotten a wicket in every over he's delivered so far, and well, the Avm Aryans looking to change that up in this over. Single here. 5 runs of the over so far. 1 ball to go now. And meanwhile, the team that batted first are in a bad position in the IPL final. The chasing team RCB have clenched victory, or almost have clenched victory. And meanwhile, here again, the chasing team is under pressure, but can they replicate that, or are we going to see a different result here? That's the question. 6 overs done, and it's 35 for 5 at the end of the power play. 120 needed in the next 14. The run rate is going up. Now we begin once again. This is the first over after power play now. And with this, Manindra and Mayur just trying to get their bearings straight, just trying to add some runs, build a partnership here. And Manindra, a good shot on the leg side, singles and twos. Might serve good purpose now. The fielding will just ease up a little close to the ring, and a lot more fielders, sorry, at the boundary. So yet again now, 46 for 5. Now in the attack. Now good shot and tried to stop it from his foot there, but that was not good enough, and that's going to run away for 4. So 4 more for Mayur now. Brings up the 40 for the Avm Aryans. 40 for 5 now in the 7th over. 3 more balls to go. Ricken, it's his 4th over already. They've decided to use up his 4th over. That will bring an end to his spell. Well, he's been really effective so far, right? 40 for 5. Ricken in the attack again. And this time a swing and a miss, but didn't carry anywhere. That could have been anything. That could have been an LBW, hold, played on. So many permutations from that angle. And luckily, he lives to fight another day. Once again now. Played it towards the leg side. Just going to get a single. So, 6 runs of the over already. 1 ball to go. 41 on the board now. Took that single, and Manindra on strike now. Just looking around, checking the field setting to see where he can play the shot here. Ricken with plan of attack, that's for sure. And now once again trying to find the gap there to the fielder. Now with that the over comes to an end. So a good ball with that fielding set right there. And with that 41 for 5 after 7 overs. The required run rate about 8.7 now. Who's going to come in for the next over? That's what we're going to see. AG has been given the responsibility. AG now once again. It's important that he starts in a good way, in a good manner. Now 41 for 5. 7 overs done. 8th over, AG starting well, wide there, but you can understand what he's trying to do there, just bowling towards the offside. Once again, missing his mark there, so it's going to be another wide. Well, good defense again. So back to back, good balls now after the wide. Good bowling here. And I think he's missed his line again there. So that's going to be wide once again. And once again, now moving towards the fielder. 45 for 5 now. 3 wides in the over so far, of course, and just single apart from that. And now can they get that run? Quick running there. Direct hit was a call, but good running, really good running in the end. And the overthrow gets them another run. And now that's going to be a wide, I think. Yes, once again. Just a good touch there. Punched it on the leg side. Going to get a single. I think they're going to be happy with that. So, 4 wides in the over so far. 8 runs in 4 balls. 2 more balls to go. So, with that, the 8th over comes to an end, and it's 49 for 5 at the end of 8 overs. Manindra and Mayur 30 so far, each of 15 balls each, and they're finding some groove here. That's exactly what they need. They need another 10 or 15 runs in the next 2 overs if they can, and then they will need to accelerate from their 80 runs in the last 10. But they would be in a very similar position to where Rising Avengers were. They were close to about, I think, about 70, 75 at the end of 10 overs. And if Avm Aryans can be closer to 60, 65 after the 5 wickets that they lost so early, well, they'll be happier. And now another good ball. Well, Manav coming into the attack with that really good delivery there. Manav, look at that cheeky smile. Now, Manav again. Look at that. Little loose with that delivery there. And that's going to run away for four. So Manendra up to 24. And he is happy with that. And well, there he strikes. So he gets that crucial wicket, doesn't he? What a spin on that ball there. Look at the celebrations. And it just got the top edge. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't, but just spun and took that wicket there. And Manendra, who was looking so good out there, looking to maybe set something up, take his team up to 40, 50 alone, carry them to about 80 runs. And there the wicket is gone. And now Prathamesh has to take the crease with Mayur and new batsman, a new partnership, and a good position for the Avengers. 53 for 6 now, and 9 overs are not done yet. They have already gone through more than half the team. So Manav really struck well there. So now once again, and good ball, just got a little unlucky, so that's gonna go for four. But I don't think Pratmesh got anything on it from his bat. Just hits his leg and goes for four. 8 runs in the over already. That's a different outlook there. They need about 8 to 10 and over, but they don't have the wickets in hand. That's the problem. They're up to 57, and I can see them ending to about 63, 65 at the end of 10 overs. Possible, but they still have a huge task ahead of them. Manav now in the attack. Unorthodox run up for him, but it's working well. And now just trying to go for that single and just interrupted the runner there a little. I think he just got something on him. Just a little uncomfortable for Prathamesh and Mayur to exchange strike. Mayur and Prathamesh now at the crease. And Manav, last ball of the over, and he's got a wicket as well. Almost everyone's struck at least once. It's been a team effort, and they've gotten those wickets. That's going to be a wide ball. So, once again, here comes Mayur, and well, Mayur defending well there. Still at the crease, and that brings the ninth over to an end. 59 for 6 after 9 overs. So now Akhil is going to get the responsibility. He comes in attack and now just slice slightly. Where's it going to go? It goes towards the backside there. Going to get them 4 runs. Really good cricketing shot there by Pratmesh. Akhil will be looking to get a wicket as well, I'm sure. So, good ball in the first delivery, then a 4, 63 up now. It's going to be the 10th over, halfway point of the second innings, and that's going to be a wide, I think, and a single off it as well. Are they going to come back for 2? They can, but no is the answer, and well, good call there. Didn't want to risk that and didn't need to risk that to get 2 runs there. It's 6 off the first 2 balls. So basically, because of the wide and the single that they ran, it equates to just a 6 that they've hit, adding to the 4. 65 on the board now. That's what we thought they would get to in the first 10 overs. And they're in the close range now. Now that's going to get him a single, I think. Yes, the fielder there collecting it and happy to send it back. So strike rotation. Can they build a partnership? We saw about a 30-35 run partnership between Mayur and his predecessor, who we lost with the wicket, with the brilliant wicket that we saw right here. And now once again, Akhil trying to find the gap there. Prathamesh of that shot, just a single. 8 runs of the over so far. 9 is the required run rate, of course. So 2 balls to go now. Akhil in the attack. And that's going to be another wide, I think. Yes. Goes down the leg, and the wicketkeeper aware of that. He catches it in time, but the runs are coming. That's the thing. They're getting 8 nines in most of the overs, except for a few tough ones, and that's completely all right. Of course, they need to get those 10, 12, 15 run overs even, and with that, he does exactly that. To a great six there by Mayur. Well, really well hit, and that makes it a 15 run over here with one ball to spare. So, maybe Mayur just heard a little bit of what we were saying, and he went for that good shot. And this time, slightly short. He could have swung it again, but just a single off it. So, 16 runs of that over, and it's 75 for 6. So, then really good. They are at par. It was 75 for 4 for them. It's 75 for 6 now, and I think he's hurt his finger there as well. But, well, we're going to have the best time to take a break now. Strategic timeout, drinks break, everything's right happening right here in front of us. It's 75 for 6 at the end of 10 overs, and they need 79 from the 10 that remain. It's right in front of them now. Right in front of them. If not, the 6 wickets that they've lost already. And now, well, we begin again, don't we? 76, 6 in the first 10 overs, 79 needed, 75 in the first 10, 79 needed. Pratmesh and Mayur at the crease. Not a lot of wickets in hand, but a good opportunity if they can just maintain their composure. Now, just cutting it once again. So, Manav back in the attack now. Remember, he took that wicket earlier, and they've decided to bring him back. Just ever so slightly, get something on it, and no singles there, no runs. This time, try to cut it and gets a good delivery, played well, but ultimately the fielder is there to grab that one. It's just a single there. And that's going to be another wide. So then that's the signal. 3 runs in the over so far. Here comes Manav once again. That's going to be another wide, isn't it? Yes, the signal goes up. 75 needed now. So they need to maintain this partnership, and then, well, they can build something up. And well, it's in the air. Well, he's got him. He's got that wicket that he wanted. Look at that catch. Look at the celebrations as well. Got something off that bat, and Akhil there grabs it, and Mayur has to walk back. What a delivery from Manav. He strikes once again at 79 for 7 now. And another important wicket taken. Another batter who's looking a little positive, gone, dismissed. And the Avm Aryans now really under duress because they have a whole 50% of runs to chase still. Now again in the attack, and now that's gone behind, I think. Are they going to try and sneak a single? I don't think they are. And Vineet and Pratmesh now have to rebuild once again. And this is going to be really difficult. Very difficult here. And now trying to find the gap there. He's in it well, and he's going to get 4 runs. So Vineet with a very good shot. So with that good shot, the 11th over comes to an end, and 9 runs coming from it. So once again, it's the same story. They're getting the runs, but the wickets are going along as well. You can see the required run rate that was up to 9 at one point has dropped to 7.7. But they need to protect wickets. That's more crucial. And now he's played well and into the gap there. That's a big six. That's a really good shot from Prathamesh. And well, really doing well. Six here, four earlier. Are they going to find their groove? And good shot again, but good fielding to match it as well. So just hitting around the park, trying to open up a couple of singles. Six of the first ball, a single then. We're getting closer to the 100-run mark. Six dot, single dot, and now Vineet faces Akhil again. And now good bowling again from Akhil. It's the tail end as well. You know that. And with this, once again, under some duress maybe. And now they're thinking about the single, confusion there in the middle. But they just get back in time and they need to protect their wickets. They don't need those sneaky singles. 7 runs from this over. And it's 91 for 7 after 12. So now Mudassir coming in with his first over of his spell now. In the attack, facing Pratmesh. Slower ball. Just comes onto your body there. You can see how it just comes a little bit up. No runs there. Mudassir once again. Look at that flighted delivery. Just cuts it slightly. It's going to get him a single. Nothing more than that. Good fielding there by Manav. And now another, well, that's going to be a wide ball. So, with us, a couple of wides here, just trying to maybe change something up. Flighted ball once again. This time again, he's cutting it into the gap, and that's gonna bring him 4 runs. So really well hit by Vineet this time. Very important delivery there, and that 4 runs brings this over's economy to 7. Now, 3 balls to go. Just defending it slightly. Only a single. They can, there's a possibility if they want to take the risk, they can step up to this flighted ball and hit it on the full toss, but you have to measure it perfectly and you have to get the right amount of weight behind it. Otherwise, it could just fly off into the hands of the fielder. I think that's something they might not need to risk right now. They're up to 99 now, 8 runs from this over. A couple more singles are going to be enough as well because they're well within the required run rate. And now just clipped it slightly. Where's it going to go? I think it's going to run all the way to the boundary. Is he going to reach there in time? And just runs to the boundary in the end. Well, good chase by the fielder. But with that, it's a 4. And the 100 is up as well. 103. Good effort there by the fielder. A lot of running right till the end. He didn't give up. And this is a 12-run over then. 51 needed now. So now they're looking at a possibility where they can maybe just hold on. They just need to make sure they don't lose the wickets primarily. 7 runs required. The required run rate now. Down to 7 now. Hit it flat. It's going to be a single. And this over, 13 runs off it. So 50 runs needed now in the 7 overs that come. 7 runs needed per over. And it's just a little bit more than a run a ball. So it's not that threatening from the Avm Aryans. They've batted well in phases. They've balled and fielded really well to restrict the score. But now it's just the collapse that's really, making it that difficult for them. So 50 runs needed in 7 overs. It's just a little bit more than a run and over. 7 runs and over to be exact. It's possible. And Vineet and Pratmesh have to take the mantle, and now it's in the air. Well, where's it going to land? Just before the fielder there. Karthik in the attack, of course. He is the danger man. They just need to survive this over now. That's the thing. They need to survive his over. He's had great figures here. 66 from 40 balls with the bat and 13 runs given across 3 overs. 12 across 3. It was actually 3 wickets taken. He's taken a 3 for as well. And now it's going to be another single. I think it'll be safe for them if they say, oh, this over. This is an important over. This is the final over of Karthik's spell. And this is the over they need to see off. And look at that. Just try to get something on it. It's going to be a wide. It went down the leg side. Now, Pratmesh facing Karthik. Now, good shot there. Doesn't need to rush a run and doesn't do that. Turning out to be a very good over for Karthik, just taking the required run rate up again. If it turns out to be a 3 or 4 run over, it's already 3 runs, maybe 4 or 5 run over. It just dragged the required run rate up once again, and now he gets that cut slightly, and wow, the field almost got there but did not in the end. So that's going to run for 4. 7 runs from this over as well. And the wicket keeper couldn't reach that. The fielder couldn't reach that. Just in the gap. Really well cut by Pratmesh. And takes them up to 111 with that. 43 needed now. And 2 balls left in this over. 7 runs from this over already, but he needs to make sure he doesn't get too greedy. He's already met the required run rate. He has to make sure that he doesn't end up giving a wicket in this over. And I think he'll do well to just see it out. Let's see the approach that Pratmesh does take. Look at that. Karthik's planning something. KK has something on his mind. I will see. Is he going to change something up? Just defense there. And they go for a quick single. And again, I'm not sure if that is something he should have done because Vineet is more of a tail ender here. He is more prone to opening up his guard a little. And Vineet just needs to defend this one now. 8 runs off this over now. And defends that one. And well, with that, Karthik's spell comes to an end. Really, really amazing spell here. Just 20 runs across 4 overs. Economy of 5 and 3 wickets as well. It's 112 for 7 after 14 and 42 needed now in 6. So now, Manav back in the attack. 2 wickets for him as well, remember. And now, third over for him. Look at that spin in the air now. It's played well. It's only going to get him a single. But singles are good enough at this point. They can just see out these moments as singles as well. Mana once again in the attack, trying to cut it brilliantly. The fielder is there, good fielding in the deep. Just a single, but confident play there. Manav now again. This time flicks it and well finds the gap brilliantly here, Pratmesh. So 4 runs more. He's found a groove. He's found another gear here, Pratmesh. It's up to 31. 6 runs in this over so far. And again on track. Again building momentum. And this time plays it a little bit more towards the mid wicket area and just gets a single there. But still, singles are good. Oh, a boundary and over is the perfect scenario here for the Avm Aryans, and something needs to break in this partnership for the Avengers. And good defense there, really good defense, running for a single. Just slipped there. I hope he's all right. I hope he's not injured himself. and they're just slowly and steadily moving towards the target. It's down to 34 now. 34 they need in a little more than 5 overs. One ball to go in the 15th over, and then we're in the final few. We're in the death overs, aren't we? 5 overs to go, and they need about 34 from a 5 after this ball. 8 runs from the over so far. Just needs to see this out, Pratmesh. And this time, trying to hit once again, right there. As they go for a 6, yes, 6 comes up. So, 14 runs from this over in the end, and now it's turned out to be a really, really good over for the Avm Aryans. 28 needed from 5 overs now. 28 needed from 30 balls. Lesser than a run a ball now. This is the position they wanted to be in, and they've lost 7 wickets. Don't forget, a single wicket might change the position of the match again, but they've really done well to get themselves so far here. The Avm Aryans. They were in a very precarious position. They were 20 for 5, remember. 20 for 5. And now 126 for 7. There's been a few batters who've really added to the cause. Mayur, Vineet, Pratmesh. Now, here comes Akhil. He takes the responsibility, and once again down the leg in that same gap at square leg. Vineet targets the same area. Another 4 now. Starts with the 4. 24 needed now. And the pressure is showing now on the team there. The team in orange, she's feeling the pressure. Good feeling there. The required run rate down to 5 per over now. Just a little bit over, 5.14, but in the same ballpark now. Stepping and just trying to cut it for a single, I think, there. And they're going to get that single. Gets exactly that. Manages to get Prathmesh on strike, who's up to 38 now. And now they have that man at square leg, of course. And now is Akhil going to bowl the same ball as before, just trying to tempt Pratmesh. Look at that, and now the man there just bounces away from him. It goes for 4. Hit very, very fine there. Extremely well played. The man was there, but he found a way to send it down more fine, just between the gap between square leg and fine leg, and gets that 4 there. So 9 runs of this over already. 19 needed now. And now they're getting so close to victory, aren't they? 19 from 26. Now cutting once again. Good fielding in the deep, but that's going to be a single. 18 from 25. We spoke about how at most points in this match it looked like the Rising Avengers have the better hand. They are in a better position, and we also spoke about how the IPL final today had the chasing team winning it in the end. And now, are we going to see something same here? Another single. So 17 now needed of 24. 11 runs coming from this over as well, turning out to be an expansive over. They need wickets here. They don't care about runs. They cannot protect those overs with needing sub 4 runs overs. It's very difficult. They need wickets. They need to break this partnership here, and that is the only way. The Jbcn Rising Avengers, they need to step up to the plate. They need to create some kind of opening. They need to take the wickets, and they need to then put the pressure on either of the batter that survives. But for now, they're not able to break this partnership, and that is good news for the Avm Aryans. Vineet 18 from 14. That's a really good partnership that he's contributed to with Pratmesh. AG now in the attack, and wow, that's a good ball. That's a really good start from AG. We were saying we need 18 from 15 now. And Pratmesh 43 from 25. Absolutely brilliant. And he's really found the gear in the last few overs, hasn't he? He's hit those couple of fours, at least three or four fours on the leg side, a six as well. That's what's taken them in such a good position. They need lesser than a runner ball now. And I think they need to be really smart with how they play now. Singles would be my main approach for now, if that was me. Hits it down the line easily. I'm going to get them a single. And that is good for them because currently they're in a position where they need about 4 runs in over. And well, they can have a position where they eat up 2 balls, get a single, eat up 2 balls, get a single, and still not be in a bad position. The pressure is on the team in orange now. Just cuts it brilliantly. The fielder there, he's receiving it, giving it back. But they're getting those singles in. Vineet and Pratmesh, can they just keep rotating strike? Can they just keep exchanging these singles? Because that's all they need. They don't need to get tempted with that opportunity of those runs. And here he hits it against his foot. For a moment, it looked like he would just play it on to the bat. And I don't think Vineet needs that. He tried to smack it hard, I think, and he doesn't need to do that right now. 7 down. Take it a little bit further. 5 runs more, 6 runs more, 7 runs more, a few more singles. Then you go for that shot. That is what the strategic way would be. Look at that. Really good cricketing by Pratmesh again. Hitting it into the gap, getting that single. Really controlled play from him. You can see that. And I think that control play comes off this partnership with Vineet, who's also stable at the crease, and he needs to maybe have a word with Vineet. Just go for those singles. Don't go for those big runs. They've already got 4 runs in this over. They've already got what they wanted, and they're not going to go for another one here. So 4 runs from this over. Good over, all things considered, for AG, and it's 141 for 7 after 17. 13 needed in 18 balls. Pratmesh on the crease now. He knows his job, and now once again try to strike it for 4. Well, he's done the quota of the over in this one shot as well for Akhil. And now Pratmesh is up to 49. And it's 145 for 7. 9 runs needed. And they have 17 balls left now. Pratmesh, well, he felt confident enough to go for that down the leg. And I feel a little sad for the Jbcn Rising Avengers. This is the final after all. This is the bronze final of the Dad Champions Cup, and they will just wonder where the game went away from them. I think for the large part of this innings, they were in the positive, they were in the plus. 20 for 5 was the score at one point. And KK itself, 66 runs from him, 3 wickets as well, just 13 runs given in his spell. And the 50 comes up for Pratmesh now. 50 up for him. Really well played. He has carried his team towards this victory that's about to come, unless We see a late moment twist here, but they are so close now. The Avm Aryans, 8 runs needed, 16 balls in hand, and Vineet has to just get that single, just has to defend, just has to protect his wicket, and that has happened because of the way Pratmesh has batted here really well. Took the run rate, stabilized it at 9, brought it down to 8, brought it down to 7, 6, 5, 4, a lot of things here. And well, still, Akhil being a little expensive today. He has been one of the expensive ones. 40 runs given, couldn't do as well as he usually does with the bat. Flighted ball this time, and no, that's going to be a full toss. That's going to go large, and that's it for a 6. Well, so the full toss punished there because that's gone for a 6, and now just 1 run needed. They're almost at the precipice here. 153. Pratmesh says thank you with that full toss. 12 runs off this over already. And now, is this going to be the final ball? Well, this has been a really good showing from the Avm Aryans, especially the last 4 batsmen. And Pratmesh and Vineet, what a partnership here. Akhil and his team a little upset with how they would have gone, and they were not that good with the bat, and now it's gone for 4. With that, the Avm Aryans, well, congratulations to them because they have won the Dutch Champions Cup, the bronze finale here. They have won it and delivered off the back of a really, really difficult situation. 20 for 5 they were, and they have chased it down. 157 for 7 in 17.5 overs. The runs were always a little short. We knew that for the Rising Avengers. They were always in a position where they had it maybe a little difficult to defend. They needed something close to 200 or a 180 as well, if you look at the circumstances here. But ultimately, that's not the story of the match. The story is that it was 20 for 5, and 4 men stepped up, and they carried their team to where they've gone and won this match here, this final. And congratulations to the Avm Aryans. Really brilliant display, really good mental fortitude, really smart cricketing, and commiserations for the Jbcn Rising Avengers. Well, that's it for the Dutch Champions Cup, the bronze finals here in front of us. This is a season ender. There are just a few more matches to come across other divisions and games as well. But you're catching this all live on the JB, on the Jfsc channel. And I was a commentator for the day, Sahib. I hope you enjoyed this classic match here. It was a little slow, a little less on the runs, but just like the IPL final, those 150s were enough to make it an exciting finish. And ultimately, the Avm Aryans win it by 3 wickets. That's it. Well, thank you for joining us today. Hope you liked and enjoyed the cricketing action you saw here. And well, that's it for the stream for now. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night.